Alrighty, a little bit overdue. It's the 10th already, but wanted to do a recap of October for us. Again, this is reported from Stripe, so take it with a grain of salt. But it looks like for the first time we hit our 5% month-over-month goal from September to October. We had a goal of 39,174. Looks like we exceeded it by a couple of months. Every company MRR-wise, besides analytics, grew a little bit. So that was positive. I'll share a little bit of the breakdowns and what we saw. You guys can go through and take a look at some of the granular numbers, but yeah, it was a bit of an odd month to say. Growth bar, I think realistically it's one of those where I think we're gonna just have to continue investing a lot of resources and energy to continue growing. November and December will be interesting to see what we can do and whether or not these experiments work. There's a lot of stuff that we're doing. We have a Udemy course launch that'll happen at the end of November, the beginning of December. We have a Jeremy Mosier newsletter. He's a very large person in the SEO space, runs an agency, has several software companies. We're doing a partnership where for $1,000 he's posting on LinkedIn, sharing with his newsletter twice, and so we're giving away a discount, and we'll see how that goes. We're doing something similar with another large kind of SEO marketing group called Marketing Examined. And we're going to do a couple smaller ones, roughly about $10,000 in investments, to see what sort of thing we're doing. If you want to track sort of how this stuff is going, I built a growth experiment tracker. So we can come in here, look at growth bar. You can see that nothing's gone out yet, except we started the end of year discount. And again, we'll sort of monitor how that looks, but you can see that there's a lot of stuff here that we'll be doing here in the coming weeks. So I included that link so you can take a look at that. But yeah, I mean, with growth bar, it's just a matter of continuing to invest. We launched the Google Search Console integration. We'll do a product hunt launch for that. So we'll see how that turns out, but just going to keep chugging along with that one. Analytics, I put together a video of this V3. It was an interesting month in October because yes, churn is the same. It was high. It was not very good, but saw upticks in new subscribers, saw an increase in net volume collected. We've been steady in new accounts created. So yeah, I mean, I know we've given this one a fair shake. It's been very frustrating, but it's been a sort of a Jekyll and Hyde in terms of depending on who you talk to, they either love the product or hate the product. And it ultimately comes down to the data quality, which doesn't seem to be consistent for every user that signs up. And so just something to keep monitoring, and we're going to continue to invest. We have a new product launch going out. So pretty much every week from November to November, we have a product hunt launch happening for one of the portfolio companies, which I think is good because for PLG, like, it's a good way to get some eyeballs, which I'll talk about how we did that with Cool DM. Screenshot, best cash collections, almost 9,000 worth. Nothing here. We'll probably run an end of year discount. We did see some really high overages, which was cool, and got them converted into a higher MRR plan. Some of them we sold them on some dedicated servers, which just cool. We didn't see a ton of sign-up volume. We actually saw a dip in that, but usage just of the product has been really strong. Yeah, Cool DM was a good one. We ran a growth play for the first time in 6 months. We saw a 100% increase in new signups in October as a result of that. We saw almost triple the number of subscribers, although some of them, they got like a first month free. So we'll see sort of what turns turns up at the end. But for me, it's validating there is a market for it. The product is very straightforward. It works now. So if we can continue building on sort of this like free play or free tools, giveaways, stuff like that, there is a path for this thing just to sit at 1,000 MRR, and we just milk it forever. So it's an interesting one. And then with Sheetbest, saw a slight uptick. We were kind of back to what we were at, where like we were having just a huge volume of new leads. We were at like 12 or 2,000, but very low conversion. So far, the little uptick in MRR, the ads seem to be working, but something we'll be monitoring. November will be, mainly focused on Journey and the new business there. The productized service is still a priority of mine. I actually have potentially a new customer, the first customer that I think we'll be able to get. I talked to them on Monday about next steps. But yeah, October was just a pretty interesting month. So let me know if you have any questions. There's some like videos and interactive stuff in here that you guys can take a look at, like this video of the V3 for analytics and stuff like that. So hope it helps.